Speaking of Irv, um, he's got a complex reputation to say the least. How do you humanize him? Matter of fact, talk to me about what was the room like when he was speaking on his father.
Oh man. Well, it's not hard to. I'll say this first. It's not hard to humanize Irv, right? Irv
Okay.
is he walks around with his heart on his sleeve, and sometimes that's a problem because
Mm-hmm.
he always says he always says what he feels, whether it's politically correct or right or cool or not, and he's very vulnerable. But I'll tell you this: when for those of you who may have watched episode one, and I don't want to give away the story too much, but Herb speaks about his father, Poppy, who passed away about a year after I did the interview with him,
Mm-hmm.
um, and he got emotional, and and his father was his hero. His father was, I grew up looking up to Irv and Jay and all these cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, as well as my dad to a certain degree, but
I
you know,
feel you.
but these guys were my like my comic book heroes, if you will, right? These guys were my Superman, my Batman. No, no, no. For Irv, Poppy was his superhero for real. Like it
Okay.
wasn't nobody else. It was that was his. And I'll say this too. There's a lot of us in the Black community who have grew up without fathers in our home, who
Mm-hmm.
grew up with, we might know you might know your pops, but he's over there and you over here with whatever. But Irv's father stayed in the house. Like he had 8 kids. They didn't have a whole lot of money. He could have walked away. He could have did what like so many men at that era did. When you talk to Jay or you hear Jay's story, his dad had a similar thing. He walked away.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't take the pressure of dealing. But Poppy stayed, held it down forever, and was the true patriarch of the family, and really held the family down. And really was the glue. So when he passed away, you feel his absence in that family.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, when Irv speaks about Poppy, he just got emotional. When I tell you, you can hear a pin drop in the room. That is not hyperbole. That's not no, cliche. That is for real. We all were sitting there, and I was getting, even me, I was sitting there choking back tears, and the gaffer and the AC was over here, choking back tears, and it was just a real moment. And those are the moments that I think get overshadowed, which